Morning, Bill, here with the Metals Minute. Today is Wednesday, March 8th, 2023. Well, we see all the metals getting hammered today, I believe, is an overreaction to announcements made by Fed Chairman Jerome Powell. Now, he expressed a commitment to continuing to raise interest rates in an effort to quell inflation. But the issue is the concern being raised on Congress during congressional testimony is that it's going to require a lot of people to lose their jobs if they continue to make interest rates and the money financial situation tighter by raising interest rates and attempting to pull money out of the financial system. It's going to cause more and more people to lose their jobs, and that will affect the economy in detrimental ways, or that's the concern. The problem is there's only so many things they can do to lower inflation, and if Congress would cooperate with the Fed by limiting spending, that would probably make the Fed's job a little easier. The Fed can only manipulate interest rates. It's not able to influence the level of federal spending. So it takes a two-pronged approach, and right now the Fed seems to be the only one that's actively engaged in trying to fight inflation. So it's like trying to fight it with one arm tied behind your back, and therefore we may see interest rates go higher than they would have otherwise needed to if Congress was able to reduce some of the spending, which it's proving to be very difficult for them to do. The deficits continue to build. Either way, I believe the reaction on the metals part was an overreaction, and it's put gold at near support levels. Keep in mind that what is now support levels for gold used to previously be resistance level. So we've seen the whole range of prices kind of inch up as we've gone along over time, and that's typically what happens over time. But we have increased energy costs, and as you know, that's one of the main drivers of a base level of support for precious metals is the cost to get the metal out of the ground, the cost to refine it, and that's directly related to energy prices, which we've seen creep back up in the last several months. So we also have some news about platinum. We see platinum is projected to have a 24% increase in demand for 2023, but only a 3% increase in supply. And so that's projecting shortages for the first time in a while. The last 2 years we've had platinum surpluses. But we have things going on. There's a move, there's been an ongoing move to replace some palladium with platinum due to the high cost of palladium over the last year. As you may recall, we're about a year from when the Russia-Ukraine conflict really kicked into high gear, and at that time it put the world supply of palladium in doubt and in question, as approximately 40% are refined and mined in Russia. So it caused the price of palladium to shoot way up. And so companies began trying to replace what they were using palladium for with platinum, and that's ongoing even though palladium has come back down significantly in price. So we see that happening. We see an increase in automotive demand, and also a slight increase in jewelry demand for platinum. And one of the things going on in the automotive industry is increasing pollution standards. And so as those bars are raised in various countries, including China, they're putting new restrictions on acceptable pollution levels, including from their larger trucks, heavy trucks, and that's creating a higher demand for platinum, which is used in catalytic converters to reduce the amount of pollution. So we see those instances going on for platinum. We see the price jumping up some today, and and recently and going against the trend. But I also believe we're going to see gold and silver continue their upward trend as soon as people digest this news and realize there are not any good or simple options for the Fed, and that we're just as likely to see something break in the economy as we are just to see a slowdown. In either event, we'll see those interest rates increases come to a slow or a halt, and I believe then it's back to the races for gold and silver. As you know, stagflation is one of the prime conditions that cause both of them to have outsized performance. And so that's what we're keeping an eye on. We appreciate you tuning in. All the details are in the write-up, and we'll see you again soon. Thank you for tuning in.